$90,000 for a decked out Ram. We'll see if it's worth it. I'll include a link to the Doug Smith Rams website in the description down below. They're providing us with this truck. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Brad. Let's get right into it. This week's giveaway highlight is a Camaro Z28 and an LS6 Chevelle. Use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Any donation, $25 or more, will give you 4x bonus entries into the giveaway. Powering this is the high output Hurricane. It's a twin turbo 3-liter inline 6 that goes to an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 15 around town, 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 540 horsepower, 521 pound-feet of torque. Having a lot of subscribers helps get access to cars, so I'd really appreciate if you guys would subscribe. It's completely free. So you're gonna be driving around letting everyone know that you're a 1500 hoe, whatever that means. Anyways, you got venting here on the rest of the hood. The Limited has the fancy daytime running lights, blacked out grille. You also have recovery points at the bottom, fog lights, so it's got a lot of front end equipment. 285 by 45 by 22 is the tire and wheel setup. This does also come with air suspension standard as part of the Limited package, body painted fender flares. And here's the side profile. You guys can see those blacked out wheels. You got blacked out door handles, mirror caps, and yes, this has Ram boxes. They do compartmentalize the bed a bit, which, kind of nice. There's an outlet on the other side, by the way. Now when it comes to key fob features, we have our lock and unlock, tailgate drop down, air suspension, lowering, remote start, and then the Limited logo on the back. LED lights in the bed. Now the bed width is going to be a bit narrower because of those Ram boxes, but it's still practical enough, and yeah, you got a tonneau cover up top that, there you go. And then the tailgate's automatic with the raise. It's pretty quick. Got the extra stylized taillights with a fully loaded version, and then you guys can see with the blacked out exhaust tips. That will cap things off for the exterior on this truck. Let's now check out the interior. I like the two-tone coloration. The wood trim does clash a little bit with the red though. But yeah, the red and the black on the seats I think looks great. Really cool, especially in the bottom section there. And then we do have power side steps. 1,000,000 miles of legroom. We've got reclining seats here in the back. We also have buckets on either side. And we've got more of that wood trim. Heated ventilated seats for the rear. USB ports, you got a full power outlet. And then headroom back here is not massive, but it's doable. And there's also speakers all over because fancy truck. Power sliding glass in the back too. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, double pane windows up front. You got more of that cool coloration. The mirrors power fold in. You also have memory seats, and look at that, massage. 1,169 pounds of payload capacity with this, and then you've got power adjustments and lumbar support on these seats themselves. And again, you've got that same coloration with the red and the black. It continues up top too. Pedal adjustment, by the way, and you guys can see with the light controls, you also have fog light, cargo light. Steering wheel has soft touch all around. Radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. On the front face, we've got practical controls for the adaptive cruise control, lane centering, got your gear limiter, drive mode select, and then those controls for the center digital gauge cluster. And here she is. So you can switch between the digital and analog kind of views. Also change the information that's displayed. And if that wasn't enough digital for you, this also has a heads-up display. 360 camera system with this, and we can kind of pop through the different viewpoints. Good resolution with it. And then yes, this screen is massive. The heated and ventilated seat controls are built into the screen. Even the air suspension, look at that, is built into the screen for the adjustment. But there is still some physical stuff like the analog controls for the temperature, fan speed as well, and you do have a shortcut bar there at the bottom, so I don't know, it's pretty easy to use. Got the dial shifter, part-time four-wheel drive system, but it has high, auto, and low. Auto stop start's also part of this, and then we've got a bunch of USB ports, 2 phone charging pads, and outlet below that, sliding center console. Got wood trim on the top of that. It says Limited on the very top of this, and yeah, there's tons of space below, so good packaging there. Still got ye old passenger screen. Really nice trim on the dash here. It's supposed to hold up better than the actual leather they had before. Anyways, camera rear view mirror with this, and then panoramic sunroof up top. 2026 Limited. Base MSRP 75, but this has a lot added to it. You can see like the Level A Equipment Group Night Edition, $89,890. Let's see how this Limited performs. Now this is luxury. Let's turn on that massage seat, I suppose. Nice they have an actual physical button for that. But I mean, it's super quiet in here. Again, those double pane windows do help out quite a bit, but they also just have a lot of material in the door panels in these trucks, so all of it leads to tons of insulation from the outside world. And this high output inline six, it's got smooth low end torque. We'll see the top end in just a moment. But it's a great powertrain. And I hope you remember, I did a fuel economy test on these and I got like over 20 miles per gallon. It's a good powertrain for power. And you got that big warranty for 26, so yeah, it all adds up, I think. Yeah, this is such a nice truck. And the thing about Rams that I like is not just the materials, but the build quality is also good. Ford and Chevy just, they aren't there. They can't compete when it comes to materials and definitely build quality, especially Ford. Chevy's not great with materials, but they're a little bit better with build. Ford, yeah, they're kind of just bad with both. The materials are kind of cheap and chintzy, and then the build quality is cheap and chintzy too. It's just not good. Not good at all. This feels like a solid, well-built vehicle. Like everything you touch feels like it's actually glued down properly. Yeah, it's like Ford's like, hey, get the most plasticky plastic and make sure it shakes like crazy. Put that in our $80,000 pickup truck. That's what we need. The auto stop start, let's see how seamless this is with the turning on function of the engine. There's one thing I know a lot of people don't like is auto stop start in a vehicle. I don't mind personally. Yeah, it's like most systems where it's annoying, but I mean, you can turn it off. There's a button right there for it. Yeah, the power delivery with this is so smooth. Inline sixes, you cannot beat them when it comes to acceleration. It's just smooth, effortless power. And this thing, yeah, your Hemi can't do that. It can accelerate, not that fast though. 540 horsepower, this thing's a monster. And the thing that's cool is nobody competes with Ram anymore on this, because Chevy's most powerful engine, 420 horsepower in their truck. Ford, 430 horsepower. You can't get the 450 horsepower high output V6 in a regular Ford anymore. They used to offer that in the Limited, not anymore. Power boost, so you got to go for a hybrid, and it has more torque than this, but it's got less horsepower, and it's a V6, so it's choppy, and it's, well, it's a Ford hybrid, so you're rolling the dice with that one. You certainly are. Now, luxury trucks are definitely overkill, and it's a small segment of the market, but Ram is the best. The interior is the nicest, the drive is the, I mean, the air suspension is wonderful, and that's something that I didn't really talk about enough with this review. The air suspension, automatically raising and lowering depending on your speed. And the thing is, this is a body and frame vehicle with a solid axle in the back, independent suspension up front, but air suspension, that air suspension really smooths everything out. Got that nice cushion. Now obviously at the top of the air suspension, right, you don't have the travel anymore, so it's kind of stiff, but you only put it at the top of the bags if you're off-roading, and I don't think you're going to off-road in a Limited, right? So you're going to have it in the normal or the aero ride height or the entry exit ride height when you're getting in and out of the truck. So where you're going to have the suspension actually sit, it's going to have plenty of compression to go through, so it's just comfortable. Chevy doesn't offer air, Ford doesn't offer air. You know, you gotta go to like a Chevy SUV to get air suspension, and Ford doesn't offer it in any of their vehicles. So I don't know. It's a nice system to have. Well, it works, of course. That's the big thing with air suspension, is it's great while it works, but if it ever breaks, yeah, it's not cheap to replace. But that's why you just keep the truck stock. You don't lift it. Lifting air suspension, people do it, but it's dumb. Don't do it. Just keep it stock. Man, I love the power delivery of this inline six is just phenomenal. It's so sputtery smooth all throughout the rev range. Doesn't matter if it's low RPMs, middle range, high RPMs, it's always smooth. That's the Limited.